Yo, what's going on, Blackest fam? It's your boy B. Man, I'm excited today. I got a few new toys, got a few things to work with. It came to my attention that some of the audio and some of the clips, you couldn't always hear the beat depending on the device you were on. So I went ahead, I ordered a new microphone, and I got some new equipment that allows me to really control the volume. I can even start limiting the band and start separating so that we can denoise and hear the artist a bit better. So really excited to get this going. And let me know, I'm still playing around with these new toys, but if something sounds wrong, like for instance, if my echo is too high, right, it gives me, so I can play with a few things. But feel free to let me know, shoot me a message or so if something doesn't sound right. But we're going to continue exploring Tobe Nwigwe. I'm a little bit under the weather. A couple people in the household are sick. So I'm just trying to, please excuse if I'm trying to do a breakdown and something doesn't sound the same. But let's get right to it. This is going to be Jockin. It's under the originals, under hashtag Get Twisted Sundays. And, the level of production with what's been listed under the originals is insane. So I want to go back. It looks like this is from 2018. But this is probably one of the most talented artists today, based on what I've seen. Like, he brings it hard. He goes hard every track, every video. His wife, his producer, they're just killing it at a whole different level. So, without further ado, Jockin by the Tobe Nwigwe, right?
Yeah. Get just a Sundays, ain't gonna waste no time. Look. A lot of folk jocking, it be rocking. Southwest race, G-Mo still popping, the play still chopping, the babe still bopping. The rap game look like the new slave ice. Can I get the what? Can I get the who?
He said the rap game looks like the new slave auction, right? You guys are putting yourself out there and selling yourself and selling your soul and everything that you're required to do. Why? Because you have the promise of something better, right? A better world. A better time, right? We're gonna get you fame, right? We're gonna get you hype. We're gonna get you a platform, but that doesn't always work out, as we know. So let's just run it back. With Tobe, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything, right?
Like the new slave ice. Can I get the what? Can I get the who? I flow for the trigger, happy rapping jigaboos. And those that be itching the clip at the biggest cool. Pull back a SMG, but don't work at the ticket booth. Look, no moving.
What he says there, he said something about being a jigaboo, right? We might be asking what's a jigaboo because it's not really a common term used anymore, but this was something in the late 19th and early 20th century. This was a word that was used to mock the African American look. They would call you a jigaboo, right? That they were mocking your physical features. That term is in the dictionary now, but it does say that it means a black person, but it makes it pretty clear that it's slang, an offensive term, right? Somebody shouldn't call you a jigaboo. That's not cool.
Can I get the who? I flow for the trigger, happy rapping jigaboos. And those that be itching the clap at the biggest cool. Pull back a SMG, but don't work at the ticket booth. Look.
Ooh. Pack an SMG, but don't work at the ticket booth. So if you think of SMG, if you think of movies, you're probably thinking of the grill, right? A studio movie grill. And we have those in our area, right? A movie that has the like a dine-in kind of option. I believe that's what he's referring to. But he's also referring to a submachine gun, right? He's saying, no movies, right? I'm talking about the submachine gun. I think he clarified.
No movie. Real raps in my iTunes. No Uzi. Low key fat.
Yeah, no Uzi. No Uzi rap. Like, is he talking about? Nah, the Uzi. Did he have beef or something like that? Let me just make sure I'm understanding the context. Let's just run it back.
A lot of folk jocking. It be rocking. Southwest race. G-Mo still popping. The blade still chopping.
Blades still chopping, right? You chopping off them blades. You riding on those blades. Right? He started talking about the chicks. Man, just shout out to Nell too and her production. For something like this, he's one of the best artists I think of today. But one would argue that his beats and the production and the style play a big part. The imagery around what he represents, right? It's clearly he's articulating that, right? He wanted to show this in different ways. I would argue the visual is just as important as the lyrics with something like this.
Babe still bopping. The rap game look like the new slave rights. Can I get the what? Can I get the who?
Hey, remember that Jigga, right? Jigga what? Jigga who? Get the flow, bitches down. This hit me down. What is that? We'll hit the numerous shots with the fofo. Shot that. When I close, it's that Jay-Z, right? He says Jigga what? Jigga who? But he also combines that with Jigaboo. I wouldn't have caught that until I ran that back.
I flow for the trigger, happy rapping jiggaboos. I know they be itching to clap at the biggest cool. Pull back a SMG, but don't work at the ticket booth. Look, no moving. Real raps in my iTunes, no Uzi. Low key, fat, fine, but she pose goofy.
His chick fat. He said, "Yo, she's fine, right? But low key, she be posing goofy, right? That you ever be one of those people that I could do that if I take a picture and I do it myself. I got this nice professional stance, but man, I swear every other picture that I didn't take or choose, I just right because it's a odd look. Like always catch me doing something stupid. Look, if we just pause this right now, look at her face. No, but he said, "Yo, low key, she posed stupid, but high key, right? If that's low key, what's the opposite? Yo, high key, her flow raw, right? You know that. That ain't nothing low key about that."
Yeah, high key flow raw, but it's no sushi. Guamo.
Woo! It's raw, but no sushi, right? Sushi normally has raw fish, right?
Pose goofy. High key flow raw, but it's no sushi. Guamo, wipe me down like the old boozy. Yeah.
Wipe me down, right? What does he do? Shoulders, knees, toes, right? Old boozy face. Is this one of his kids? Or, I saw this cat in the beginning, and at first I thought it was Nell, because it was just like a quick thing, and I was like, nah. Let me know if you know who this is in the comments.
Shoulder chest, pants, shoes. Shout out to him, he the bonus with the dance moves. Try
I think he actually just referenced who that was. Let's run that back.
Shout out to him, he the bonus with the dance moves. Try God, and you can't lose.
Woo! Try God and you can't lose, right? Man, put your faith in God, not man, right?
Man, I'm gonna show you what these hands do.
Woo! Yeah, but try me. I'm gonna show you what these hands do, right? Bah! 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 Get back to it.
Yeah, young Jern hit me up, said she moving down. Used to ride Metro, but I'm booming now. I only rap to keep the ratio of cooning down. Don't sleep.
Yo, man, I don't like the sound effect when I do my woo, right? But I'm just getting used to this new equipment that I got. But let me just run that back to understand again what he said.
Don't sleep.
Oh, he said, I only rap to keep the ratio of cooning down. When you think of a ratio, you think of let's say there's 10 guys in a room that holds 20, right? It's half full. So he's saying I'm keeping the ratio down. I only rap so there's some real ones in the game, because if not, it would be off balance, right? There's not a lot of people doing what I do, bringing what I do to the table, so the game is off balance.
Keep the ratio of cooning down. Don't sleep on me. I got no chill. Every beat I'm on, road kill. God bless.
Yo, every beat I'm on is roadkill. It's dead, right? I kill it. I kill every beat that goes in front of me. Yo.
God bless me with cheese like roadtail, cause I ride this coattail. Most of my partners still make those sales, and they be like, oh, well, I ride so much ice, it look like snow fell.
Yo, bro, his flow is just so sick, right? Listen to what he's saying. His boys are still caught doing the same old. He's moved on, right? He's moved on, he's doing it big, but, how many of us have felt that way where we're trying to get ahead in life? And it's our old homies that be partially holding us back, right? Now, like I said, for over a decade, I ran a marketing company. We did commercial web design. We did online marketing, search engine optimization, when it was still pretty new, when WordPress was just coming out, right? And we built a lucrative business off that. And I had my buddies hate it. Like, bro, there's GoDaddy. People are gonna, why would somebody call you if they could call GoDaddy? And it's like, bro, it's called market share. You don't need all of it. But if you can get a fraction and maintain your place in the market share, yeah, I might not be the next Jeff Bezos, right? But I can have a lucrative career and a successful life, right? How do you define success? I don't need to drive a Rolls Royce. All I need to do is be able to take care of my family, have a nice home and a safe community, maybe some investments out in the world. But it's like, you guys are stupid. You're out there selling cell phones at T-Mobile. It's not like that's going to be something that's ongoing. You guys are working like Cricket Wireless, and you're like coming down on me for starting a business. And I got that business doing $1 million in revenue after only 36 months. We did quite well. I wonder how it worked out at T-Mobile. Remind me of Kermit. I'm just here sipping my tea. I'm be sipping my tea because I need this cup, and we all see what it reads, right? That's for all the haters out there. But let's wrap this up.
Go tell it on the mountain is Nwigwe to the people pronouncing my last name making like it's a
I'm glad he said it's Nwigwe, right? Because I'm like, am I fucking it up? I don't want to be that dude.
It on the mountain is Nwigwe to the people pronouncing my last name making like it's a fountain. Consonants when they making the announcements. I'm tired of
Low key too. I don't know if a lot of people address this. He gets down. And he be dancing too, man. But you ever see Fat break it down? She did on one of his videos, and I was like, bro, she's sick with it. But man, low key, no homo. I'm not looking at him specifically, but Tobe got a few moves too, bro. All right, I see you, bro. I'm one of those dudes that can hit the dance floor too, right? And I got my stepping shoes on, bro.
Stop. I do God's work. I'm philanthropic. I keep my beard glistening like a...
He talks about his philanthropic endeavors, right? He's saying, I do God's work like a prophet.
Prophet. And hell if I ain't the plug in the socket. The whole hood got my back like a cop.
Think about that, right? He said, if I'm not the plug, I'm the socket, right? That play on words with electricity, with an outlet. But how you think of the plug, right? Like, I got to call the plug real quick. I got to recop, right? Now, but he's saying, if I'm not the plug, I'm the socket. I'm part of that transaction. I'm part of it.
And I swear, the whole hood got my back like a chiropractor. Because every bar I get it popping like a firecracker. I'm trying to go from Genesis to the final chapter. So whenever the trumpet blow, I survive the rapture. Yeah.
If you're not religious, if you don't know what the rapture is supposedly when, and again, I'm not a religious scholar, so I hope I don't get this wrong, but the rapture is the end of the world, God's return, or Jesus returns, but they take the people that have been faithful, right? The people that have lived their life right, the righteous ones, and they're taken and they're brought up to be in the Holy Land with God. And the rest of the people, it's like the end of days, right? You're stuck here. It's the end of days and there's nothing you can do about it because you weren't a chosen one. You didn't live your life right? Sick. And just anything that's getting people, if you're passing on, again, I say that I'm not a religious scholar and I don't choose or identify with a religion, but that doesn't mean that I don't believe in a God or I don't want to find religion. I've just struggled with my faith. So shout out to Tobe to try to reach out to other people, right? It's not just so much you understanding the word of God, but it's about also sharing that. And, he's trying to do that, right? He's trying to give you knowledge in a variety of different forms if you just listen to him. He's giving you imagery. He's showing you Black excellence, Black love, Black producers coming up from nothing. He's showing you the struggle, the good, the bad, the ugly. He's giving you something super lyrical. He's speaking on something that's intelligent. But now he's also informing you about God. And think about that.
No, I survived the rapture. Yeah. You catch me hang gliding on clouds, screaming out, no diggity, no doubt. You know he next to me looking Hennessy Brown. We both just...
listen to what he's saying, right? Elohim just means the living God. But he said, Jesus or God is Hennessy Brown, right? Everybody from the hood knows what some Hennessy is. When you feeling like you made it and you spending $35 a bottle, you bringing Hennessy to the table. It means that, these things are going good, right? You don't got to say much when you bring Hennessy to your boy's house. And be like, all right, fam, I see you, bro. I see you. But he's saying like, Hennessy Brown, that's God's face, right? We all know he's a person of color based on where he comes from, right? But based on that description if you believe that, why wouldn't you believe that he's also a person that looks like someone of the area? And I like what he says too, when he talks about the rapture. He's like, I'll be chilling. I'll be hang gliding on clouds. I know I'm good, bro, because I walk with purpose and I have faith, right? Sick with it.
Wow, screaming out, no diggity, no doubt. Hello, he next to me, looking Hennessy Brown. We both jigging. So I'm married to the game, I love different. Used to dream about the slab with the foes tipping. Back when just ain't do or die, hitting pole pimping.
What you know about us, do or die? CADILLAC, AC blow. Oh, that's old school. We're gonna have to revisit that. It's been years since I've heard that. And man, shout out No Diggity, one of the best songs ever by Blackstreet. No diggity, no doubt. A lot of people, just another little part of my useless knowledge, a lot of people don't realize that was actually sampled by Bill Withers' Grandma's Hands. Grandma's Hands. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's talking about the love of a grandma, somebody giving you that wisdom, that knowledge, that kind of extra slap on the back. There's actually a song that's very similar to that called Grandpa's. It's something referring to like a grandpa's version of that. But shout out Bill Withers.
Back when Twister ain't do or die, hitting pole pimping. Heavy ball woman, you can see the flow drip. Don't touch my drip, let it marinate. I swear I'm written there hood like a pair of J's. It's the reason every check I'm on a defecate.
Defecate as pooing, right? And you could go back to Lauryn Hill or Nina Simone, right? Like Lauryn Hill says, like she doesn't want to be like these other chicks. She said, like Nina Simone, I'm defecating on this microphone. How many mics do we rip on the deli? Mini money. Say me, say mini, mini, mini. How many mics do you rip on the deli? Too many MCs, not enough mics. Exit your show like I exit the turnpike, right? Who knows about that Fuji's The Score? Man, one of the classics, man. You could put on Fuji's The Score and just let it ride and listen to every track, and it's just sick. We're going to have to check out some of those cuts because some of you young bucks out there don't know nothing about the Fugees, and it shows.
I line 530 just to meditate. Me and Fat got it popping on the way. Don't touch my drip, let it marinate. I swear I'm written there hood like a pair of J's. It's the reason every check I'm on a defecate. Prayer line 530 just.
See, hopefully you guys can help me with the Bible verse. Let's just run that.
I'm on a defecate. Prayer line.
See, prayer line 530. I'm not familiar. I wasn't raised with religion, and I don't know how to reference that. Now I know some scripture, right? The more popular some, like there's John 5:30 that says, "By myself I can do nothing." I do know that, I can of mine own self do nothing. Here I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not mine, not my own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me. Right? I understand that, but I understand that as John 5:30. Now, how should I reference prayer line? And if there's any pastors out there listening too. Man, it's important. When I went to go explore church and I was exploring Christianity, it seemed like they were so just so worried about getting my name and phone number and email that they didn't take time to help talk to me, like actually talk to me about why I'm visiting church, what my end goal was. Do I have any questions? Because I've always been someone, as much as I can break down some lyrics and talk to you about some really weird stuff that I have a knowledge on, I'm very ignorant when it comes to religion because of the way that I was raised, where my mom just didn't talk to me a lot about it, and I never explored it on my own until much later in life. If you're a person that's working the church, just remember that when you're doing these altar calls, or where you're doing these, when you have people that are new to the organization, sometimes we just want to learn more about the organization and talk to someone, but we don't want to be pressured. It just feels like it's fake, you know. Please let me know in the comments if there's something I'm missing about. I don't know any other scripture to reference, but John 5:30, by myself I can do nothing. That would be very similar, but I don't think that's the reference.
It's my drip, let it marinate. I swear I'm written every head like a pair of J's. It's the reason every check I'm on a defecate. Prayer line 5:30 just to meditate. Me and Fat got it popping on our wedding day. I swear I rep for every Pablo and Hoover trying to maneuver around a barricade.
You know, for every Pyru, right, when you talk about Crips and Bloods, right, you always hear Wayne referring to Pyru, right, but Hoover is Larry Hoover. He's the head of the GDs, right, he's still in prison now. And let's see what he said before, pearly gates. But the barricades, normally something blocking you. The pearly gates are normally, you think of as blocking or the gates of heaven, right?
That's why I rep for every Pablo and Hoover trying to maneuver around a barricade at the pearly gate. Let us sin, every rest need a rest haven. Keep it moving, never worry about the steps taken. I give middle fingers to Satan, wrestling with God, demanding every ounce of favor he used to bless Jacob. Gone.
No.
Yeah.
Just think, man. This guy is on another level. It's going to be really interesting to see where he goes in the rap game because he's in a lane all by himself right now. His level of intellect, but man, you could hear him just going off on a track with Black Thought, right? I wonder if that's something that, he says, hey, I want to get a verse from Andre. That would just be sick, right? People reacting would just be going crazy, trying to break down the bars. But, man, I've become a real big fan of this guy. We've been exploring a lot of his work. I've just not been disappointed yet. And I'm a fan, right? If there's any music from Tobe you want me to check out, we're going to definitely want to put this guy in a playlist of his own because he's in a lane of his own. Don't forget to like the video, but man, subscribe to the channel. We break down a lot more than just lyrics. We've been breaking it down civil rights. We even did a reaction video to Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream speech. So we're trying to approach the channel a bit different, but bring something good to the table. So look to see you on future videos.